What's better, a fixed term lease or a month-to-month lease? My name's Andrew Wood from Wood Property, and we get asked this question all the time. So let's go through some examples. Let's use a timeline. So let's say the property is leased here. Now when a property is leased, it's generally for a period of about 1 year. So this period in here is what's called a fixed term lease. Now, fixed term lease. So at the end of this lease, a number of things can happen. Either the renter can move out, they can go on to a new lease or a new fixed term lease, or they can actually go on to what's called a month-to-month lease. So what's better? New lease, fixed term, or month-to-month? Well, in order for an actual new lease to be drawn up, both the owner and the renter need to agree that they want to take a lease. So an owner can't make a tenant sign a lease, and a tenant can't make an owner sign a lease. So they both need to agree. If neither of them actually agree, then they stay on to a month-to-month basis. Now, some owners say, well, I don't really like that. I actually like the fact that my renter's on a lease. It gives me security. I know that the renter's going to stay there and pay the rent over that time. Well, I'm just telling you the rules. I'm not saying whether that's fair or not, but essentially you can't make a renter sign a lease, and a renter can't make an owner sign a lease. So it goes on to what's called a month-to-month. So what's wrong with a month-to-month lease anyway? Well, sometimes, as I said, some owners just like the security, and also some tenants like the security. They like to know that they've signed a lease and they can't be kicked out. However, from a renter's point of view, they have that security. Life changes, love changes, work changes, and they can move out. Now, from an owner's point of view, while you think you've got security in a lease, the reality is that a renter could actually, during the term of a fixed term, can actually what's called break the lease. So if they, basically what this is the renter says, yes, I know I signed a lease, yes, I know I'm committed to pay the rent for the end of that term, but circumstances have changed and I need to move out. They are committed for the market. The tenant is responsible for the marketing costs, the leasing fee, and to continue to pay the rent until such stage as the owner or their agent has found a new renter to actually sign a lease, start again on a fixed term lease. So while your owner thinks they've got a lot of security in relation to a tenant, and they generally do in a fixed term lease, the tenant can break the lease. So month to month is not that bad. Often renters stay in the property for many years on a month-to-month lease, very happy paying the rent, and rent increases over that time, because leases and rent increases aren't necessarily linked. If you want to know any more, contact me, Andrew Wood, and I'm very happy to go through it with you. I hope that helps.